she does 2d4. 2d4.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Hold the phone.
You guys will be doing an average of 10 points?
Shut the front door.
Welcome to the 118th,
19th.
19th hour of Adventurers Wanted. Just
8
a
o'clock.
reminder that this performance, like all of our performances, is a relaxed one. That just means that the lights will stay like this. We've had glitches with the hotel ones, but they will never go to blackout. And if they flicker, then we will fix it immediately. There'll be no sudden loud noises. Also, there's a relaxed attitude to sound and movement from the audience for the benefit of people who would struggle to be still and silent for an hour. And also, if you need to hop out and then come back in any time during the hour, you're more than welcome to. My name's Bo. If you needed anything like a hearing loop headset, then just give me a wave. I'll be right over there. But for now, I will hand you over to our games master for this hour, Alex.
Hello! Hello. Yes, I am Alex and I am the Games Master for the rest of this evening. Welcome. What's going on? Well, this is Adventurers Wanted, for those of you who don't know. This is a tabletop role-playing game. What that means is that all of the people sat around the table to my sides are playing their own unique characters. I, as the Games Master, will play the rest of the world. I will explain the people, the things, the environments that they come into contact with. I will tell them what happens and what is going on around them, and they will explain to me what they would like to do. Occasionally, I will ask them to roll dice. Frequently, I will ask them to roll dice. And their success or failure at rolling those dice will determine whether the things they are trying to do succeed gloriously or fail miserably and repeatedly.
For the last hour.
As is the current place. It helps push the story forward, and it adds an extra frisson of chaos and randomness to what we are doing. The story so far. All of our characters are crew members aboard a naval research vessel known as the Spirit of the Horizon. On a recent mission, it was unexpectedly and magically teleported to a completely new and unknown world. Now the crew have to figure out how to get home, whether that be by fighting monsters, exploring islands, finding new allies, or by some other means that's as yet unknown. Most recently, called upon by their allies, a pair of pirates by the name of Tripmiti and Dea Graal, to find a missing member of their pirate group who had absconded from the Black Cove, the pirate headquarters, taking with him a vital, important magical artifact, a gold filigree inlaid skull on which, prior to this point, he had been making all pirates and pirate captains swear allegiance to Horatia, the god of piracy and brotherhood. Lokash, as his name was, ran off with this skull, and they attempted to find him, locating him via magical means, and tracked him to an island nearby known as Annoy. Yeah, it's an annoying island. There, it's also an anagram. There, inside a barrow, they came face to face with Lokash. They defeated him as he became more and more powerful. They were too late to stop the ritual, however. And as they dropped him to his knees and dropped him into unconsciousness, his skull exploded, and out of various jars nearby, all of these other bones came into the centre of the room. They met up with the magical skull, and they smashed their way down through a stone throne in the centre of the room, finding a secret passageway. They then descended down into the deeps of this and into the very lair of the monster itself, where it is slowly trying to regain its form. It's a skeleton covered in basically just its musculature, but then now as he's starting to get these staring wild eyes as well. They have been attempting to fight it with various degrees of failure for quite a while now.
Yep.
And when we jump back in, that's where we'll be starting off. Very quickly, just recap your name, your character, and why we would know you. And I'm going to start on the right-hand side.
I'm Isla. I'm playing Noggin, who is a gnome rogue, ship's dentist, collector of shiny things.
Wonderful.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Wally. Wally is a half-bird, half-man sea druid.
I am Johnny. I'm playing Alistair Vondercompt, a dwarven bard. He is the ship's scribe.
My name's Ed. I'm playing Gwendolyn Skull, who is a half-elf fighter and male, you may be surprised to hear. And he's also the master of the Spirit of the Horizon.
Wonderful, thank you. When we left off, Wally and Alistair were having a discussion in the stairwell about whether they should flee. The creature that they were fighting, they cannot see. It has disappeared from view, although Alistair has a pretty good idea of where it is, as he can see across the room a air elemental that was conjured by Wally is flailing wildly at nothing. We are still in the combat round, and we still have the same players, so it's going to be Gwendolyn's turn.
Is it?
Gwendolyn, you are in a corridor on the opposite side of the room from where you can see
Everybody else.
the other two.
Yeah.
Noggin is beside you, I believe. No, Noggin has made her way around the side of the room. So, yeah, you are currently alone again, naturally.
Naturally. Where I do my best work. Right, so I can see the other guys on the other side of the room.
You can see only Alistair at the bottom of the stairs, at the foot of the steps.
Yeah, yes, no. I go towards you and go, are we leaving?
Maybe. Don't want to talk too loudly because he's right there. Sorry. Should we move away? Yes, I think you come over here. Come over here.
Yeah. In order to move closer to him, Gwendolyn, you would need to use the 15 feet of movement that is available to you, traversing the floor. If you moved in a straight line, you would move basically up to the side of the crazy pit pool in the middle. When the mud fell into it, at first it covered the whole of the pool. This golden or purple, strange necrotic energy. And then some of the mud started to slip down, and little bits of it have bobbed back up. So there's a little bit of purple residue there that once it then froze, it has remained as it is currently. You could, if you wanted to, attempt to walk across it.
I'm not gonna. I am that stupid, but I won't be this time. I will move around it to the, as I'm facing it to the right.
Yep. So you're on the sort of similar side of it to Noggin. You're still 20 feet away from
I understand.
from Alistair. So any conversation that you're having, even if it's hushed,
Yes.
is over 20 feet away.
Yes.
What do you want to do? I don't know.
That's basically what we're doing.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Speak quieter. What? Brings it to its turn.
It moves, but you can see it. It moves forward ever so slightly, 5 feet.
Very dramatic.
Wally, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, good. Oh, good. 14. Sound of multiple dice clinking together. That's a good noise. Oh God.
He looks so happy. This is not right.
You take 24 fire damage as behind you in a arc, a wall of fire up, trapping you at the top of the stairs out of the room.
Oh, well, is the entire door covered?
The doorway, no. If you look down the stairs into the room below, no problem. The problem is that the wall has appeared behind you, in an arc behind you, in the room that you are stood in.
Guys, we're not going anywhere. How high is the wall of fire? Is it literally blocking
20 feet high.
Is it blocking the entire doorway?
Let me just check to see what the height of this room is. It is indeed written in here. It's not. There is a small 10-foot gap at the top. 10 foot's quite large, but yeah,
5 foot.
there is a 10-foot gap at the top of it.
How tall is it?
20 foot high.
Okay, so I think we're stuck in here for now. Oh, good. Good to know.
How high can gnomes be thrown?
How
I'd
strong
quite like
the
to get
person
out.
throwing it is.
Quite strong. Over here.
Roll an insight check, Wally.
All up for gnome time.
That's 16.
You get the sense that if you remain within 10 feet of this wall, you will take damage on your turn from it.
Well, I will move out of the way.
I'm just letting you know that, like,
diving roll into the room.
you've taken damage, but if you stay where you are, you continue to take damage.
Singe me, and I don't wear clothes, so it singed all of me.
Tender.
Some feathers are gone.
I suppose. Okay.
Smells
That is the end of its turn. In doing so, it becomes immediately visible.
Oh, there it is!
It is basically just on the other side of the air elemental.
Okay.
The air elemental, in theory, would have got an attack of opportunity against it as it moved past it. But as we know, the air elemental doesn't do any damage, so I sort of skipped over it.
Totally fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. I think that's entirely fair.
We are back at the top of the round. Noggin, you are in the, let's call it the west corridor. And the stairs where the fire wall just appeared is to the south.
Got to find some way of hurting it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, do I have a clear line of sight now to the thing that's reappeared?
Yes.
I will try and fire a crossbow bolt. I'll try and can I hide behind something first?
Roll me a perception check.
That is a 13. Yes.
There's a tiny bit of door lintel kind of that you could just about try and hide behind. There isn't a huge amount to hide behind in this room, and you have used most of it so far with what is available to hide behind.
Yeah.
I will allow it, but again,
Being small, I
the-
can hide behind a lot.
the mean DM in me knows I'll allow it because you're about to fire a crossbow bolt at it,
Yeah, exactly. It's not a.
which isn't going to hurt it.
Yeah, well, I don't know that.
That is true. Roll your attack, please.
Here we go. It's a 23.
That will hit it.
Oh, good.
Is it worth rolling damage at all?
Yeah, let's just find out how much it would have hurt.
I get a sneak attack, do I?
Sure.
Not that it matters.
No.
3, 7, 20, 12, 14,
What's your dex?
My dex.
28.
28 points of piercing damage. Jams into it.
That's nothing.
And it just. No damage to it.
Oh dear.
It is immune.
You know that bit in the film where the big baddie's just been revealed and they keep firing shots at it? You're like, stop shooting at it, it's not hurting it. Well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just.
Air
real shame our
elemental.
Yeah.
I keep hitting it. This is all I know to do. I have an intelligence of 6.
I'm gonna die.
Doesn't seem to be any effect. I mean, bits of it sort of flap in the wind.
Its face sort of.
Takes its lair action, it rolls a 1, so it doesn't regain any spells. Lucky for you. Wally, roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, that's 19.
Behind you, you hear the sound of the wall and the flickering of fire.
Yeah.
Out of just underneath that, you hear something else. Sounds like running. Sounds like footsteps. Bursting through the wall, you see a face you've never seen before.
Okay. Hello. Who are you?
As through the wall appears a Vosu,
Uh-huh.
a fox-like creature, wearing a long robe. It ignores you completely, continues moving down the stairs. It reaches the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, making it. Sorry. Makes it to the base of the stairs and points out in front of it. Points out in front of it at the monster, and it casts chain lightning. Nice. Dexterity saving throw. Do I recognise them? 1 second. Many things.
Wow, it's good we got some help.
Yeah, that's lovely.
And someone that can do magic as well.
Yeah.
I do magic.
Yeah, useless magic.
Never a true word spoken.
What I don't have here is my spell DC. 6 plus 8
8
plus
plus your spell casting modifier plus
Plus my
your proficiency.
proficiency. 8 plus 6 plus 3. 17. It fails its dexterity.
Good start. Good.
Takes
Good.
10d8 lightning damage.
Loving your work, madam.
My goodness me, you know, wizard.
Yeah. Such a shame.
Uh, 53 points of lightning damage.
I think that's probably more than it's got from all of us attacking for the last
Hey,
3
she
hours.
did something.
Yeah.
I've forgotten what that looked like.
She looks around. She sees the clapping and she says, "What have you been doing for the last 3 hours? I've been waiting for you at the top."
I just shrug like,
Who are you?
Who would recognise her?
He would absolutely recognise
Alistair? I think Noggin would.
Hang on, was she
I
the
know
one
who it
with the bell tower and
Nope.
No.
I'm not.
This is Candle.
Fantastic. Candle.
Candle in the dark.
Surely her name's the cavalry.
That's Deus Ex Machina, actually.
But yeah, fine, yeah.
Hey, Candle! Oh, wait.
However,
Yes.
I don't know her.
she
She does seem happy though. That's
she
good.
hasn't cast a sorcery spell. She's just cast a spell. That is a sorcery spell, though, isn't it?
What is it?
Chain lightning.
Yeah, sorcery spell.
Nothing happens.
Ooh,
Okay.
Why?
yeah, exactly.
Wild magic, man.
Oh God. Oh, for God's
We
sake.
needed more Jack.
Because we needed more chaos right now. That's what we needed.
She looks around and she says, "Well, it's nearly dead. Finish it off. I assume you're capable."
okay.
Have you heard of the term impotence?
No.
Wally, it's your turn.
Yeah. I should have rolled a concentration check when I took damage from the wall of fire.
Yeah, you should.
Oh dear God. Right. What am I rolling? How much damage did I take? 20 odd. 24, I think. Right?
Something like that, yeah.
So
24, let's call it 12.
Oh
That's a bit of a
God.
waste.
Critical success. Ah, good. The elemental doesn't try and kill everyone. That's good stuff.
That's as successful as you
That's a
get,
positive.
really. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
That's a start.
That's good. I'm happy.
Something.
I have one damaging spell. I'm going to use it. It's going to be tight, y'all. I cast Tidal Wave again.
Okay.
It is a third level spell.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going to counterspell it?
No.
Excellent. It's a 30-foot long, 10 feet up to 10 feet wide, up to 10 feet tall. So, how can I do it so it doesn't affect anyone? It presumably affects the air elemental.
Oh God, and me.
It affects the air elemental. No, you're.
Gwendolyn is.
Oh, down the corridor.
I can push down the corridors and hit on the edge.
Yeah.
I'll say it's gonna hit the air elemental and him.
Does hitting the air elemental make it want to kill everyone? Just checking.
How much damage does it have to take before he starts to want to kill everyone?
It literally doesn't say.
I think it just stays until it drops to 0 hit points or an hour passes. Which, let's face it, is coming up close.
No, it isn't. I've been counting rounds. It's nowhere near.
Yeah, this fight currently has been about
15 minutes.
yeah, 15 minutes of game time.
Wow.
It's like in
3.5 hours of
Amazing.
real play.
Amazing.
It's been a very complicated 15 minutes.
Not really.
Tomorrow we're going shopping.
Right.
Hit no effect. Hit no effect.
Yeah.
Hit no effect. Hit no
4d8 bludgeoning or a dexterity saving throw to miss it. Air elemental does not make
Is it a magical attack?
It is.
Natural 20.
Oh God.
It still takes 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
I'm helping.
Bonnie.
Candle looks behind her, sees this wall of water splash against it, like someone throwing a cup of water in its face, and she goes, looks across to Alistair and says, "I see you brought the big hitters with you today."
Don't worry.
Hello.
Alistair, your turn.
I look smugly up at Candle, give her a wink, and then I turn to the lich and insult him
Viciously.
viciously.
You mock him viciously, yes?
And I say,
You're complete man.
"What happened to you, man? You used to be cool."
Oh.
What do I need to do?
Burn.
I think it's a wisdom saving.
It is. It's against your spell save, you see.
What's the spell save? What's the DC? Spell DC?
16.
16. It fails.
Yes.
Yay.
2d4 points of damage.
Take
Yeah.
2. 6. 13 points.
My cup of water did more damage than that.
Trying to
But it
burn the
also
lich.
has disadvantage
Stop roasting
on
the
its next-
spellcaster.
Disadvantage on its next attack.
Yep. But
Cool.
it never attacks physically anyway.
I mean, it's basically naked.
Yeah.
It's covered in a little bit of skin now, but mostly naked.
And to be fair, sex isn't a high priority for it. It's not a-
Not at the moment, no. Gwendolyn, it is your turn.
Alrighty then. Can I wander over to, what's her name?
Candle.
Candle. Mistress Candle, is there anything you can do to make my attack magical? Because otherwise, I am entirely at sea.
Good question, actually.
No. Sorry, she doesn't have any spells like that saved.
That's fine, I'll meditate.
On your choices?
Yeah. What's brought me here is really, it's a question I've asked myself a lot.
Yeah, no, just having sorry, looking through quickly. No, everything that she has is designed to hurt things.
Great, you do that. I'll wait.
Cool. That makes it its turn. Fireball time.
Great.
Given that you're all sort of clustered together a little bit.
I'm not clustered.
This is gonna take me. Why didn't I take a potion as a bonus?
Yeah, that was.
Why didn't I take a potion as a bonus action? We are not good at this.
Considering how long we've all been playing for, that's quite an indictment.
I think I'm going.
It holds forth its finger, not the one that it used to disintegrate, but the other one of the other ones. And it fires a fireball at the base of the steps, which means that
20-foot radius from that point will catch Wally, Alistair, and Candle. I need you all to roll dexterity saving throws, please.
20. I only take half the damage that will probably still kill me. Oh god.
oh, I better roll for Candle. 14. She fails as well.
Oh man. Could be worse.
22 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's got him right.
11.
on the nose.
On 0.
That drops him. Alistair is unconscious.
As the fireball approaches, I look to Candle and I just go.
Wow.
As she as you drop to the ground, she smiles. Yeah. She's not interested in your foreplay.
We go way back.
Clear the
Why is she
table,
being
Mabel.
such a
Let me get a hold of them tits. Anyway.
Noggin, top of the round. Your turn.
Can I go over to... I know your sign name?
Alistair.
Alistair.
That's what I've got him.
You, yeah, it's
My
well-
sign name,
well,
my
that-
beard.
No, your sign name is this, which is poetry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Considering what he does, I don't think that's a really apt sign.
He's come up with some great lines.
Well, there's not much else I can do apart from your own saving, so I don't know who got it. But I'm going to go over and I'm going to use his own healing potion because I don't want to waste mine.
That's fair.
Yeah, you've got one.
I do have one left.
So I'm going to
What do we have at the moment?
Loads now. I've got one.
take his healing potion and pour it into his mouth.
Cool. It's a potion of greater
So not
Superior.
healing that they have.
something plus 8.
8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8.
Do I roll that or should we roll it?
You can roll it. Do you want some more d4?
D4.
Oh.
Who's rolling?
You are.
Oh,
Oh.
It's alright, there's 4, so if you roll those twice.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Plus 8.
27.
So 27.
Oh.
27 points of health. You are back up. As your eyes open, Candle's smile fades.
She hate me so much. I've been nothing but nice to her.
Well,
Maybe
sit
she
down.
doesn't fancy you, dude.
Take a hint.
Can I use fast hands to take anything shiny from him as well?
From him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I actually-
Roll it at advantage.
We're fighting a lich while you starting PvP.
I
Right.
have some stuff as well. I have a very nice little red statue of a dog, I think.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 28.
You rifle through his pockets, probably before you start healing him, really. What have you got on you?
Well, I've got my potion fireball.
Not interested in that.
I've got my sparkling
Definitely wants that.
pin on my hat.
Yes.
I've also got my I've got a nice big feather on my hat. I've got a red statue of some sort of animal. It's called Clement. I put red statue Clement. I didn't actually put what the statue was of.
Okay.
And I've got
Could you have a man called Clement?
I've also
Apparently.
got this magic flagon that fills up with anything that you
Would like it to.
would like it to be filled with.
Yes, it's an alchemical flask flagon.
Can we? Yeah. Can we fill it full of like pixie dust or something and put it on my wall?
Acid?
Or acid,
Yeah,
just
acid.
throw it into it.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That is not magical.
No, that's true. It's just words.
How many things am I allowed to take? Just one? Or...
Magic
I rolled
acid.
20
Lysergic acid.
something.
Doesn't come out.
28? You didn't even notice, he's dead.
Yeah.
You have 4 things that might be of interest, yes?
Yeah.
Roll a d4, please. Thank you.
One.
You get to take 1 thing.
Well, what's the sparkly pin like? Describe it
It's
to
a
me.
star. It was given to me by the freaking queen.
Oh, yeah, but
It's a
I've
medal.
got 2 of those already.
It's a medal of the Thundercrest Federation.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Yeah.
So I'm not having that.
I didn't get one of those. Was that just?
Yeah, you did
No,
get one. You did.
everyone
did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
everyone on board the ship was given
I
these
don't have one.
given these sheriff badges, basically.
Oh
So
God.
I've got the potion of fireball, the red dog statue called Clement, and a flagon of stuff. That's what I've got written down.
The music in this conversation is perfect
I
match.
know.
Perfect match.
I'm really tempted by this Clement character.
Your choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably. I'm very mumuch style over substance. So I'm gonna take whatever this red Clement
Yep.
statue.
Red statue of summon called Clement.
Gone now.
Gone.
You'll never see
Are
it
you
again.
now? It's yours. You get to define what it's a statue of.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That's a lovely. I would like it to be a statue of. I want a souvenir from these dinosaurs, so I want a statue of, one of the dinosaurs. Which one was called?
Yeah.
The spitty one.
The spitty one. Yeah. Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
Of a
Dilophicus?
something like that.
Dilophicus.
Called Clement.
D-I-L-O-P-H-I-C-U-S.
Although you don't necessarily know it's called Clement.
I've
Dilophicus.
scratched Clement in the bottom.
You screw-
What's that?
Noggin, that is the end of your go, unless you would like. I mean, that's basically you've moved,
Yeah.
you've helped, you've not helped, and now you've helped yourself.
Yes. And him. All the helping.
Air elemental.
It doesn't have the brain capacity to work out it's not doing anything, so it's going to keep doing it. It also has
Roll
to
to see whether it gets its whirlwind back.
Oh! Yes, it does! It's going to cast... No, that's not for a lot of people. I'm not going to We've been down this road before.
It's intelligent. It's not intelligent enough not to do that. Too many negatives in that.
Roll an intelligence check.
Is it dumb enough to think that this is a good idea because it's clearly not working? It wouldn't affect it anyway.
Oh
It's
no.
natural damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt.
You play it how you want to play it,
I
Chris.
am rolling the intelligence check and not metagaming. What's the intelligence score you'd like me to beat to not whirlwind the entire room because that seems like a smart thing for me to do?
What do you think it should be?
10.
Okay.
What do you think it should be?
I don't know what its intelligence modifier is. I'm
Minus 2.
10's fine.
No! Can't, it summons a whirlwind. Each creature in the earth in the air elemental space. But it's large. Who's affected by it? Because it is
The monster,
the the lich thing is
the lich thing, Falmer. Yeah,
Fallon.
that's his first name.
Well, now we're on a first name basis. Don't take it from me. I was
Falmer Mayaba.
Fallon Mayaba. It's gonna whirlwind Fallon Mayaba is what it's gonna do in sort of another 15 foot of range. What else is it gonna hit?
Is this a spell?
No.
In a 15-foot range of where it is currently.
Yep.
No one.
Just Fallon.
All right.
DC 13 saving throw, please.
It's a critical success.
Ah. Oh, that's nice.
My third.
Good for it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Always good when you're a games master.
So it takes half the bludgeoning damage, which it doesn't take anyway, and isn't flung away or knocked prone.
Correct.
Splendid. The air elemental goes, oh, gets like, I've got a good idea. Boom. Creates a sort of massive whirling maelstrom that doesn't affect any of us, and it seems to be unaffected by it also.
Wonderful.
I would say this entire group is all mouth and no trousers. To be honest.
At that point, it's Candle's turn.
Yay!
Do something!
Do something!
Candle, please. Where the hell is my red dog?
I love the fact that it's actually now a statue of a dinosaur, but you thought it was a dog.
No, I don't think he's ever seen a dinosaur before, so he's just like, it's a dog.
Obviously a dog. Weird, scaly dog.
To be fair, a Dofkus could sort of look like a dog if you were a bit dumb.
She reaches out her hands and casts Burning Hands at a 5th level at both Falmer and the air elemental. It needs to make a dex saving throw, as does the air elemental, which it fails,
As does the air elemental.
and it takes 10, 16, 21 points of fire damage. But it's still standing.
The air elemental is now down to 2/3 of its health, guys. 2/3 of its health. Just check that.
But we can damage the air elemental, right?
Did I roll a concentration check when did the second fireball? I didn't. How much damage did I take off that fireball? 30 damage.
You took half damage.
11.
You took 11 points of damage, so you would have to roll a 10.
11. We're fine.
Oh god. Okay.
This was such a good choice of spell, and it was really a good time to cast it. I think everything about this decision was positive.
I just want to go up to a lick and go,
Wally,
for hours.
it is your turn.
Awesome.
This
The last
thing
thing
looks super rough.
Oh, but the last thing I heard was "kiss me." He said "kiss me" when he died.
Well, when unconscious, not the same thing.
Well, yeah, but then that's the last thing I heard. And Wally's the kind of guy who likes to, hear something and act on it. So
Oh god. The only person who's done any damage to this thing at all has suddenly gone gay.
suddenly,
That's right. From my point of view, woo! Sort of, yeah.
I'm going to try and snog Alistair and cast Mass Cure Wounds on everyone while I do it to try and heal everyone back.
Okay, yes. How
Make
big
a
is the
show
range on
of
it?
Struggling.
You make a show of
Of
struggling. You're actually into it. Cool. Cool. I like it. 30 feet.
30 feet. That would capture everyone.
We also catch Candle. That's the main thing I'm
Yes.
worried about right now.
Yes,
Awesome.
it would.
So that is a lot of that. Once I find the spell, excuse me.
Is this flame wall still up?
It is. I believe it remains for 10 minutes.
19 points of damage healed to everyone.
19?
19.
It lasts for 1 minute, but
Oh yeah.
Can we cast?
we've only been going for about technically about 12 seconds.
Yeah, I snog him and cure everyone.
Hooray! I only
Uh,
need 3 points.
By the way, snogging me is a horrific experience because I have a beak. So what's happening right now is that there's a beak sort of clamped around your jaw, and there's a sort of bizarre tongue
Yeah.
sort of flapping in around your mouth and all over your face a little bit, trying to kiss you as you seem to kiss you, but it only,
Not really that much fun.
bird people are really only good at kissing other bird people.
Even then, it's quite sort of clashy, isn't it?
How much health was it?
19 it was. And you do feel invigorated from it because I also healed you.
It's only when
There you
it
go.
wakes you up.
And then I literally break off and go, cool. You good?
Yes.
Excellent.
Certainly.
I look at Candle. It's like it's nothing serious.
What do you mean it's nothing serious? Is it? I don't know. Is it?
No.
To be honest, I'd only do this in animal form. I don't know.
Candle's not paying any attention to it. She's focused purely on the lich that she came here to give stitches to. At the end of your turn, however, it's going to have a legendary action.
But well, no points back, so it might kill us that quick.
It is going to say out loud. It's going to say DC sucks. And cast a blasphemous word. Everyone
God.
within 10 feet of it must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Do I have to if I agree with it?
Is that everybody?
Yes.
Within 10 feet.
Yes.
We are all in within 10 feet.
We're all within 10 feet of it.
Yes.
Nine,
27.
Oh, wow.
Wally passes. Gwendolyn passes. What's yours?
13.
Fails.
9.
Fails. Candle. Fails. You are all stunned until the end of its next turn.
I sort of assumed it was my case this time.
They can't move. You speak only falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage.
Splendid.
Splendid.
Would bring us to Alistair's turn.
I'm faltering.
Yep.
Oh, is a problem.
Can I
Brings us-
still attempt to do things? Can I cast spells?
Your spells will require a verbal element to them, or a lot of them do. So,
I haven't heard much of my poetry.
You've got a tiny book you pull out. The man sat on the log.
also, if they don't require a verbal element to them, quite often they require a physical movement, and you can't move.
Okay. Can I wink?
That is your most powerful muscle.
Roll a strength.
That's
check.
what you think. It's his ear.
17.
You just about
Oh, no,
managed to drop one eyelid.
I'm presuming it looks more like a sort of
Yeah, like he's having a stroke.
like a stroke rather than
Yeah. You will need to roll another strength check to open it again.
Nope.
Alistair just closes one of his eyes slowly.
look at the what?
What?
What are you
But
doing?
yeah, talk to me. Talk to me.
Gwendolyn! I think it's your turn.
Okay.
Can you get someone out of stunning by slapping them? Is that a thing?
You can try.
Right, I give Alistair. I give Alistair, hopefully as a bonus action, a bitch slap with the backhand. To try and wake him up. You've got so few hit points. I'm so sorry.
You're going to try and wake him out of his stun by stunning him.
Well, you know.
I know that doesn't work. I did it to make you do it.
It's happening.
Roll an attack roll at advantage.
Oh, hang on. Oh, is it just no? That's just 16.
I assume you're just using your hands. Roll a d4.
1.
Plus,
Requisite 1. Oh,
plus your proficiency
yours.
in... Oh no, you're probably not proficient in unarmed combat.
Why would
that was
he
a fighter.
1. You take 1
Hang on,
slapping
he's
down.
the master of the ship.
Yeah.
He'd slap people all the time.
Oi!
Nope, not
No,
doing
that's with a rope's end, not the back of my hand.
Oh.
I value my hands too much.
it. You take 1 point of damage.
Sorry about that.
My eye just goes.
But your eye reopens.
Yeah, that was what I was looking to do.
Congratulations, you opened someone's eye back into your face.
Tears in his eye, and it's just a
Say
look
my
of,
name, bitch!
just a
Sorry.
look of like, why?
It was a thought put into my head by somebody who has far too much power over me.
That is the end of your turn.
Yep.
At this point, it
He
becomes...
gets a second attack technically.
No, I'm not taking the second
You
attack.
can choose to take it.
No.
He
Fine,
is...
lad.
The monster farmer is going to use its final 5th level spell slot
Oh, great.
and cast the same thing that cast before. Bible.
Why didn't I get out of the way?
I don't know. Why don't you get out of the way?
I've got full health. I should be
Having fun,
fine.
but
just hypnotised me. That's better.
In front of you and around you, a 20-foot sphere of poisonous yellow-green fog appears. I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Don't we automatically fail? When we're
Strength
stunned?
or dexterity only,
Okay.
so you are okay.
14.
11.
12.
Candle rolls a critical success.
Right. 17.
Did anybody not got a 17 or low? Sorry, less than a 17.
Yes.
I did.
You both take.
But dwarves take half poison damage, I think.
Sounds about right.
Does dwarves have advantage on poison? No. Dwarves have advantage on saving throws against poison effect.
Oh, so you're still affected.
I think so.
It deals. Jesus Christ, really. 27 points of poison damage. Everyone who saved takes half, so that is 13. Rounded down. That is the end of its turn. It brings us back to the top of the round, and it is Noggin's go.
Well, I can't really do anything apart from try and break out of this.
You are no longer stunned. You are no longer stunned, and Candle is no longer stunned.
lovely.
At the end of its turn, you regain your ability.
Great. Well,
That's why it cast it as a reaction before its turn.
there's not much I can do. I can't damage it in any way. All I can do is try and take some more things from Alistair and run away.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
That is still, I think, a 15.
What's roll me a perception check, please?
I rolled a 2, but I got plus 13.
That's insane. On what?
Sleight of hand.
11.
So much going on. So much to focus on. You've
gonna
just been
take-
snogged by a bird.
Yeah.
Not that kind of bird.
You were
This
not.
kind of bird.
You were knocked unconscious. You were stunned. You were slapped.
I would like
What?
this cup thing.
You're gonna take his alchemy flask. Wonderful. You gain his alchemy flask.
You can't even run away. There's a wall of fire in the way.
Well done, you've made Alistair's
Air
evening a lot
elemental.
Keep flowing.
Can I use my movement to run back into the corridor?
You can run up towards the stairs, towards the wall of fire. That would be the way out of this room.
I can't.
I mean, at some point you can't get out, but
Yeah.
at some point you're going to need to leave.
You're just getting.
It's looking rough. It's not going to have a go for a while, and between now and then, Candle gets a turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go as close to the fire that it's. I'm not gonna get damaged.
You
then,
can
and
stay,
hide.
as long as you stay about 10 feet away from it, you'll be fine.
I took
Yeah.
damage from the cloud killing as well, concentration again.
You do. You need to roll another 10. Nope. Thanks for the air elemental.
Hey, yeah, whose turn is it?
Air elemental's turn.
It is the air elemental's turn.
It is angry.
Oh no.
It suddenly realizes it's been used so ineffectively. It turns on its creator
Well, that was just going to happen. Yeah. Of course
and it swarms down towards you and it attacks you with its
Mighty vengeance. and
Mighty
furious
bludgeoning.
anger.
I'm just going to make an attack roll against myself. Hang on.
Okay.
So it is attacking with its slam attack. I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a hit. It definitely hits me. I take 2d8 plus 5.
16.
16 points of damage, and I think. Yep, I'm unconscious.
Oh nuts.
Wally drops to the floor at the foot of his own creation.
You also let that
At which point
Certain amount of poetic irony.
it doesn't regain any spells. Candle reaches out. She does the same thing again. Burning hands at level 4 this time, making it only 5d6.
Only.
Does 21 points of fire damage to it, and the beast drops.
Whee! There's only an air elemental to go.
There is an air elemental in front of you, just bashing on this bird. Just bashing on it, and bashing on it. At that point, the body disappears and it dives towards the purple pool. As it drops to 0 hit points and starts to fall unconscious, it goes into the pool. You feel a rumbling and you hear a low, ominous. And that's where we're going to end this hour.
Good cliffhanging.
If we have to
We
make a
haven't
quick
died yet.
getaway,
Thank you very
Thank
much
yourself.
for joining us for this hour. If you want to see how the adventure goes, you can always buy another audience ticket and come back. You can also buy player tickets and get involved. We're also live streaming everything on twitch.tv/adventurerswanted. And we are live tweeting everything at adventurers250 on Twitter. What was the main things? Oh, we are doing this from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every single day of the Fringe, apart from the 24th and the 25th. I'm now going to throw some of the guys on the table behind me who have other things at the Fringe to plug.
Build an Omega, 250, Underbelly in Cowgate, it's about a clown breaks the universe.
I am in a show called Heartwood. It is a puppetry musical. It is on every day apart from tomorrow at 12 p.m. at venue 13.
I work on a lot of shows. Today I'm going to pitch a show called Harry. It's all about Harry Styles. It's not. I mean, it is genuinely about women obsessed with Harry Styles, and also about being a student and being a young female student, how much that sucks. So that's at 12:20 at Underbelly Cowgate. And if you like One Direction, you get to hear some One Direction songs in it, which apparently is good, right? I don't know. I don't like One Direction. I don't like them. I don't know. But there's a crowd. I mean, they sound really well.
That's true, yes, that's true.
So, we now have a quick 10-minute turnaround for our final